Hi guys.
Hi guys.
They couldn't see your other hand.
Oh, hi
Yeah.
guys.
So we did a Facebook Live earlier. Get used to this because you're going to be seeing a lot more of us. Um, and I think some of you may have saw and seen the what saw
Mayo salt.
saw may have
Yeah.
saw our big announcement from last week. We established a brand new LLC called the BYOB Agency,
Which
which means
stands for
build your
online
online
business or
business.
be your own boss or
Build your
build
own
your own
business, build
brand.
your own
Yeah.
brand. So if you're jumping on, say hi and where you're coming in from. So what we wanted to do is I actually wanted Nancy to talk a little bit more about the concept of where the agency actually came from because it's something that we've been working on, God, for a
Years.
year and a half, 2 years now. And it's something that we actually dove into about 7 months ago. So we've actually been working with people already. And it just got to the point where we're like, you know what? There's a lot of common trends and issues that keep coming up that we're solving for these people, and we could be serving a lot more. So, why don't you tell the little backstory?
Yeah. So, like Scott said, we've spent the last, few years really working on this, and we get to see a lot of the back end of what's going on in people's businesses, right? Scott deals with a lot of people who do lead generation. I do a lot of the back end stuff, on Facebook and websites and everything. And it came it just started becoming this constant theme where everyone had the same problem, right? And it's
And
like
what were those problems?
constant overwhelm, being frozen, right, and paralyzed, not able to post consistently online. Like they would do short little sprints, right? Like everyone I talked to would be like, I'm like online, I'm doing face. I mean, me included, right? Like it's one of those things where like you get all fired up and you go hard, and then you hit month two, and it's like, like I got to do this over again. But then you get to a point of overwhelm. Well, the thing is no one knows what you do if you don't put yourself out there.
Mm.
And again, I keep meeting these amazing people, right? I work with a lot of amazing women, a lot of amazing men, like a lot of amazing people who have these awesome services and have so much value to share to so many people, but nobody knows what the heck they do. No one knows. Have no idea. So we basically put our heads together, and we came up with a program, right? We kept thinking, we're like, what is the gap? What is the gap? What are the things, right? So people commonly lack clarity, right? So you might not know it, but the reason why you feel overwhelmed so often is because you're not entirely clear on who you're speaking to. So we help you get very specific on your audience. The other thing is a lot of people don't have confidence in what their offer is. It's. I'm going to tell you one thing. It's either a product or it's a service.
So let me just chime in really quickly. So people that are on here that are listening, well, who can they help? Who are they speaking to? So here's the thing. The beautiful thing about what we've done with the BYOB agency is that we can help anybody. We can help. For example, we're working with a local service professional. He is a life insurance agent, and he's looking to gain more exposure to his local area. We're working with an accountant that wants to get some more local and national exposure. We're working with a divorce coach. We're working with a high level network marketer that's building their brand outside of it. We're working with a health and wellness expert that's looking to impact more women to lose weight, keep the weight off, and expand her network. So we're working with so many different types of people: business coaches, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, network marketers. There really is no one that we can't help because everyone at some point in their journey struggles in one of these ways. They're overwhelmed. They don't know what to post. They're not sure what their brand actually is.
Inconsistent.
They're not sure who they're supposed to talk to. So what do? They get paralyzed and they start doing nothing, which means their business can never grow.
True. I don't know. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, to what Scott said, we actually came up with a few different programs, right? We have a done by you or do it yourself. We have a done with you, and we have a do it yourself, or no, do it yourself, done with you, and a done for you. So there's a few different packages, and we're actually going to be announcing these, probably actually later this week. But again, whenever Scott says we can work with anyone, we are literally building this mother out so we can work with anyone. And so I want to tell you some of the things that we solve for. So anyone on here, feel free to chime in. Has anyone ever gone through a posting platform, right? Because so what this business is going to do is we're going to help with your social media posting, right? Help you get consistent,
Buffer,
get out there. So has anyone on there? And again, feel free to engage. Like, the more engagement, the better, you can answer. But
or before we get there, what are you guys struggling with? Like, what areas of your businesses do you still feel that you're struggling with? Coming up with your own branded content, posting on all social media platforms, not knowing exactly what to say because you're basically just watching what everybody else is doing, so I'm just going to post that. So, if you can actually tell us what you're personally struggling with, we can tell you if we can solve for that problem.
Yeah. And then I'm going to tell you why.
Here's the down and dirty. Secretly, we've been working with a developer. Nancy started to form a really great relationship with this developer about 2.5 years ago, and just loved everything that they were doing. And we've been, as Nancy likes to call it, patchwork quilting some of our business. Like we were just doing too many things, and everything was spread out because we had to use so many different applications. But one of the biggest things that we were helping clients with is making them omnipresent on social media using their own voice. And if people don't know what omnipresent means, it means using a posting application that's genuine, it's authentic, it's organic, like Hootsuite and Buffer. You press a button and it goes out to the channels that you want it to go to. But there was a kink in that hose. What was the kink in that hose?
My biggest frustration, and again, working with so many different clients, is no one social media posting platform could post on all the different things that I wanted to post on. So, for example...
And what were those platforms?
Okay, for example, directly being able to post on Instagram with having to do a pre-approval or a scheduling process, right? A lot of the apps like Planoly Later, like a few different ones, don't allow you to schedule exactly from Instagram. You still have to do it manually on your phone. So that was one. The other one was Facebook groups, right? There was a kink in the hose, and there's no way, there was no way to pre-schedule except using Facebook, app itself to actually post as yourself in a group, having someone else logged in as you, again, support helping you post this. 3, Google My Business, right? If you're a local service business, right? Like Scott said, an accountant, a real estate agent, someone who wants to target their local community, Google My Business is huge. And right, it really helps boost your SEO, again, your awareness, and helps you show up online. The other thing is just Facebook business pages, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and Twitter, right? I was like, you know what? Again, I was talking to the developers and I'm like, I want them all. Like, I don't want to have to pick and choose what we post on. I'm so sick and tired, and I'm so frustrated having to go and patchwork these different posting platforms. And it was just exhausting. And so we solved for that. Do you know what the other thing that we solved for is? We now have a posting platform that not only we can use to work with you to create your own branded social media content.
So let me just stop there real quick, because a lot of people don't know what that means. So what we're able to do with our platform. So a network marketer, a business coach, a service provider says, you know what, Scott, I still have another job, or I really want to focus on other things within my business. I don't have time to literally be on social media all day, but I want to get in touch with all of the people that I could be serving. So then we say, okay, what platforms do you want to show up on consistently Monday through Friday with our agency? Well, I have a private Facebook group, I have a Facebook business page, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Done. So all we have to do is we set up your own portal within our software, and you have a couple different options. Just like Buffer, Hootsuite, you can have your own portal. You can log in yourself, and you can schedule all the stuff that you want.
Wild and crazy.
Literally for a 6 months in advance. Or we have another way to work with us where we do a 90-minute deep dive strategy session with you. And it's Nancy kind of working hands-on with you, basically talking about who's your avatar, who's your niche, who's your ideal client, who's your ideal customer.
What's your offer?
Yeah, what are you looking to achieve with your business? And what we do is we figure out all of your personal branding, and we have a team behind us ready to go. They're already working with our clients right now, literally building out your own personal branded content. Now, here's what happens. Every week, Nancy sends our clients a sheet. And on this sheet, it basically says, what do you want to talk about next week? And there's space where the client can go in and they can type up things that they want to talk about, a vulnerable post, this, that, or the other, whatever it is. And then at the bottom of that sheet, we ask you, what would you like created that week for your social media? Do you want tiles? Do you want a blog post? Do you want content for a video? Whatever it is, you tell us what our team needs to make. We create it. We send it back to you. As long as our clients give us that sheet by Wednesday at noon, you will have content for the next week that's totally branded to you. Now, the other benefit is this. I know it's like one of those game shows, and that's not all. And that's not all. It's like that's not all. You're gonna get 4 knives. That's not all.
Tell me, Bob, what else do we get?
So if the client says, listen, Scott, the content looks great, post it. All we have to do is get your approval. So we have an online portal where you actually can make a note and you can literally check a box.
Phone app.
It's right on your phone. You go in and you click approve. We get a notification that you've approved those posts. And guess what? We send it out to those platforms that you want for those days. Everything is pre-scheduled and done on brand for you and you only. I can't express to you guys how awesome this is going to be, because you can look it up. This is going to be the only posting platform where you can create your own branded content through us, where you can post to Facebook, business groups, your business page, a private group that you have, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Google My Business, wherever you want.
Your blog, newsletter.
But here's the other kicker. And there's more. So the amazing thing that we were working with the developers is, the one thing that people say is, I can't think of anything to post. We solved for that. So there's actually a search engine that's built into this software, and it's called your inspiration board. So what you can do is you can go in. You can go in
and actually search for different topics and different subjects,
so
industry specific.
So I'm a nutritional coach. So
Yep.
I'm a network marketer that focuses on weight loss, and I'm just stumped. I log into my back portal. What can I do?
You can search health and wellness. You can search, tips, motivational quotes. You can search all different things, and guess what appears?
Quote tiles, blog ideas, even short video content that is completely evergreen and absolutely fine to use through our portal. So now, if you don't want to create your own branded content, you just want inspirational ideas, all you have to do is go into the inspirational board. You search for whatever you want. Like we were doing it the other day. We were searching like LinkedIn. We were searching
business tips.
network marketing, business tips, weight loss, health and wellness, and it's all right there. So many people struggle finding their voice, finding their ideal audience, staying consistent. And we hear it all the time. What are you struggling with? I'm so bogged down with this. I'm all in, I'm all out. You're just double dutching the business. And we wanted to make it so easy for people.
We literally, I mean, because being an entrepreneur, I mean, being a business owner is so hard, right? There's so much. And I did a training the other day that literally shows you this graph, and it's like you being the CEO at the top, right? There's your marketing tasks, there's your sales, your bank, like whatever. It's got all these things. Let us take that big chunk off your plate. And while all you have to do each week is, right? Like, I mean, depending on what plan that you sign up for, you literally could have us creating that content. We press the button, we do like, whatever, you do one thing. It's simple for you, right? Like you just show up in one way by filling out the form. We pump it out all over the place, and you can stay in your zone of genius and do what you do best, right? You can fill in, you can do Facebook Lives, you can jump in other places, but we will literally post across all those different platforms for you.
The important thing is this is solving a big problem because there's too many entrepreneurs, there's too many business owners.
Saturated.
They're working in their business. Mm-hmm. They're not working on their business. There's a big difference being able to work. Just imagine for a second that you had our agency in your back pocket and you know that every single day on the 4 platforms of your choice, Monday through Friday, your content was taken care of. Your audience is seeing exactly what you want them to see. Your message is getting across to the right people every single day, and you don't have to be on there. Do you know how many hours? Do you know how many hours people waste every single day, every single week on social media? But I mean, because here's the thing. You go and do a post, guess what? Then you start scrolling and trolling, and you start posting
courses, and you're
literally just like squirrel brain. Imagine if all of that was taken off your plate, and all you had was time for productivity. So we are in the launch phase of this agency, and we are taking on a small amount of clients right now. We are working on scaling the business very, very quickly. We had a great meeting with one of our good buddies, Connor, today that really kind of just opened our eyes because we're going to be scaling this agency. This is no joke, to where we can handle thousands of clients at various price levels. We're going to make this so it is affordable for anyone at any income level at any point in their business. They can work with us. So if you want to learn more, Nancy, how can they find out?
You can comment in the box. No, I'm just kidding. You can comment in the box below, but you can also go to www.byobagency.com, which Scott has just typed in the comment section.
Now, the other great thing is you can go to the agency and you can actually schedule a call with Nancy.
Yep, go to contact us.
Yep, it's a free 15-minute call. She can tell you more about the business, how everything is set up. She even does screen shares if you set up a Zoom, which she prefers, and she can kind of walk you through the beta of what we have out there and how simple this is. And, whether you're a network marketer that has a podcast, whatever it is, we have a solution to help so many people. But here's the big thing. Nancy, I want you to tell them why we're doing this. This is not about the money. The money comes when the impact is felt, but we have such a deep why and a deep reason why we're doing this. What's the reason why?
Yeah.
And there, Jeff's in. That's right.
You're already in, buddy, whether you know it or not, you're starting it next week. So the reason why we did this, and this was actually on our call today, and this is one of those things, right? As an entrepreneur, like remembering your why and why you do things. We're not trying to create a program that only a select few can afford. We're trying to create a program where even local service businesses, right, mom and pop shops, especially with everything going on in the world right now, can afford. And it's going to take something off their plate. And why? I am so passionate about it because for anyone out there who doesn't know, I actually have and I run my own remotely run house cleaning business. And I bootstrapped that business. I started it from the ground up, and I was paying people out the wazoo and paying ridiculous money to try to just get out there on social media on one stinking platform. Okay. And that was Facebook. And I was paying all this money. And again, I was seeing a return, right? I was out there, but I remember how good it felt because it just took that one thing off my plate so I could be a business owner and I can continue to focus, and pick up business elsewhere. So the thing is I told Scott, I was like, no matter how we build this business, right? If we just gear it towards business coaches, if we just gear it towards online professionals, I really, really want to make this also available for local service businesses. Okay. And that includes like even network marketers and people who work in their, in their area, the moms, the teachers who have their side hustle. We wanted to make, sorry, I keep banging the table. He's like, stop it. We wanted to make a service that was literally available to everybody. And so that is what we set out to do. Like, no matter what, right? We're not making some like $10,000 program that only like 3 people can afford. No, we're making this so literally, I mean, it's the breakdown weekly is insane. I mean, it is, if you don't do this, like, honestly, it's like, why not? Because you literally are saving money. You're going to increase awareness, things that we can guarantee, right? You're going to improve your SEO. You are going to improve your awareness. You're going to improve your brand consistency by getting out there, and you're going to show up on all these different platforms that you select, right? And like I said before, and I know Scott sounds, like said what we posted on before, but it is literally Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook group if you want. It's Google My Business. It's all of those platforms. And we even, in one of our programs, we also make sure that we post on your blog and we send out an email newsletter. Just imagine having all of that taken off your stinking plate so that you, again, can focus on staying in your lane and actually talking to the clients that are going to start coming in because now they know what you do.
Manon said something interesting. She goes, I don't have enough hours in the day to do what I need to do every day. She's a copywriter. She's a network marketer. And that's the pain point that so many professionals have. We all get 24 hours, but there's always something to do. And we always talk about outsourcing. And we did so much market research. We were looking
case studies.
We were looking at what some companies charge. I mean, it blew our minds that people were actually paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a company to not even be able to do everything that our agency can do for what we're going to charge. At the end of the day, this is what we wanted to create. We wanted to create an agency where we could help people at a fair price that at the end of the day was going to make them more visible. They would be happier showing up because they know they're getting in front of the right people, but above all else, it was actually going to make them money. Yes. This wasn't going to be, we didn't want our agency to be something that was going to be a burden, that was going to be a stretch, that was going to be an expense. They were seeing it as an investment because it's actually bringing an ROI back into their income. That's our big goal, to impact as many people as we can with the multiple ways that we can work with them through the BYOB agency to make you guys money. And whatever comes back to us, that's just the reverberation of what we've done for the people that we've worked with. That's the big why. We are tired of people being overwhelmed, never knowing what to do,
not making money,
and they're shortchanging their business. We want you to show up. We want you to be visible. We want you to be aware of who's out there that you can serve. And you know what? That's only going to grow your business. It's going to grow your brand, and it's going to grow your income. So, act now and there's free shipping. So again, we are scaling to a very small level right now, and then we're actually, Nancy and I are every day. She's kind of like jamming away, getting ready to really enable us to get to the next level of scaling our business. So we're putting some things in, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. We already are right now. So if there are serious people that really want to learn what our agency does, how we can work with you, how we can help you, all you have to do is go to byobagency.com, go to contact, schedule a call with Nancy. We can tell you more. And obviously, we have a private group called Time to Grow. You can find that through our Facebook business page called the BYOB Agency. So you can go and like it, and then you can join the free group. It's a private group, and we're going to be doing some special trainings in there as well. So we are building out a monstrosity of a business. Isn't that a great word? I haven't. And again, we want to impact a lot of people. We want to solve for so many issues where we can take it off of your plate, put it onto ours, have our team just do a bang up job for you guys. And that's what we want to do for you. So Nancy, as always, close us out.
Oh, jeez. As always. This is the first time we've even been on a live in like forever. So I keep hitting the table.
I gotta get. I'm gonna.
Like, stop
what,
it. I'm like, you gotta know. Yeah, like.
I'll listen to like a recording of her podcast, and it's like this the entire time. It's like she's playing the piano. So I'm gonna get a pillow. That way you can tap all day long.
All right. So
just
anyway,
tap it in,
guys.
Tap it
in.
In.
So anyway, and I'm going to be updating the website amongst many different other things. So I'll start to write out and include the packages. But this is so early stage. That's why we tell you. I mean, literally, like if you get in now, we have just a limited amount of spots as far as who we can work with. But the whole goal is right, and the reason why we are doing this is we want to help people, and we want to help the most people possible, right? Because I know years ago, whenever I started my entrepreneurship journey and I quit my job and I kind of just jumped ship and said, you know what, I need a life change. It was because I wanted time freedom. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to work towards my passion. And we want the same for other people, right? We want you to love your business, and we don't want you to feel overwhelmed. We don't want you to feel stressed. We want to take something off your plate because we know how good it feels. So, yeah.
So guys, check out our Facebook business page. It's called the BYOB Agency. Like the page, and then you can actually request to join our private group, which is called Time to Grow. But also go to the website, www.byobagency.com. You can schedule a call. And this is something that's going to be very, very present as far as Nancy and we're going to be talking about this all the time. Every Monday on our Facebook business page, the BYOB Agency, we are going to be doing weekly trainings. I did a little intro earlier today. That's going
to be in Time to Grow. And yeah, if you join the group, we're going to do exclusive like trainings and content planning sessions.
Yes. So guys, follow us along. We would love to help you guys as much as we can. Hi, Debbie. And again, you're going to be seeing a lot more of us, not just in the Time to Grow page, not just on the BYOB Agency page, but in general, you're going to see more of this hopping on mine, hopping on hers. Because we really want to help you guys, and it's time to grow. So guys, enjoy, love, and gratitude to all of you, and we look forward to serving you all soon.
Bye guys. Bye, dog. Bye.
Bye, everybody.